A passenger successfully landed a twin-engine plane in Florida after the pilot died mid-flight. Officials say the plane was an autopilot and climbing to 10,000 feet when the pilot died. One passenger, who is a licensed pilot for single-engine planes, took over. Air traffic control helped the passenger land the plane safely at Southwest Florida International Airport. The pilot's cause of death and name have yet to be released.
While most cities are debating whether or not to switch to hybrid public transportation, San Francisco is going forth with its second wave of hybrid taxis. Valley View's Gail Moscoso has the story.
With its crooked streets and steep hills, the first of hybrid taxis are finally reaching San Francisco's taxi retirement age at 300,000 miles. San Francisco resident Megan McCarthy says it's great that the city has really accepted hybrid taxis.
Going green's really good, and it'll save the environment and all this global warming stuff, so it's a really good idea.
The first hybrid taxis were introduced to the city in December 2004 and included 15 Ford Escape hybrids. 10 of these taxis were owned by San Francisco Yellow Cab, who now have the most hybrid taxis with 75 Escapes and 21 Nissan Altimas. In an article published by the LA Times, a spokesman for San Francisco's Taxi Limousine Commission said that 14% of the city's 1,438 taxis are hybrids like this one here. Even with high gas prices, taxi cab drivers manage to save a total of $9,000 a year. San Francisco resident Jonathan Castro says everyone should do what they can to help the environment.
I think that people should keep in mind what's been fueling the city since the 60s, and that's basically, keep it green, keep it healthy, keep it blossoming, because if we just stop and we start to neglect our city, the city's going to neglect us, and we're going to end up with a dirty, old, ugly city.
San Francisco is also known for other popular modes of transportation, including trolleys and buses that run on cable lines and produce zero emission. Even their street sweepers are known as green machines. Los Angeles has yet to introduce hybrids to their line of taxis, but a spokesman for the city's Department of Transportation says it is under consideration. Reporting from San Francisco, I'm Gail Moscoso for Valley View News.
Boxing champion Manny Pacquiao may knock out his competition in the ring, but now he's teaming up with Mayor Villaraigosa to fight for a better environment. Valley View's Joe Prado has the story.
Boxing champion Manny "Pac-Man" Pacquiao is being honored by the city of Los Angeles for his work in and out of the ring. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa met Pacquiao for the first time to start their mission of planting 1 million trees in Los Angeles and the Philippines.
As you know, he's been a leader on the environment in the Philippines, someone who recognizes the importance of protecting our natural resources. So we thought it fitting in this day of service to plant a tree in his honor, a tree of hope, a tree of unity, a tree of community.
Free trees were available for visitors at the search for Filipino involvement in downtown Los Angeles, but it seemed everyone was there to catch a glimpse of Ring Magazine's #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Event organizer Aurelia Cinto said Pacquiao's visit made it a historical day.
Manny is a champion inside the ring and outside the ring for what he does. But here in America, especially in Los Angeles, where we have the largest concentrations of Filipinos outside of the Philippines, Manny has endeared himself to our population and has come to celebrate, to make sure that we know that he is our champion.
Although this was a day to honor Manny Pacquiao, he let everyone know in English and Tagalog that his next fight will be on May 2nd in Las Vegas versus Ricky Hatton.
I want to invite everyone to watch my fight on May 2 with Ricky Hatton. He's very tough and also a champion. Thank you very, very much. Reporting from historic Filipino town, I'm Joseph Prado for Valley View News.
Now Sunny Reichert with sports.
The Masters at Augusta saw excitement and a dramatic playoff for the Green Jacket. Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods were paired together on the final day. Both would make things interesting. Mickelson would tie a club record, shooting a 30 on the front nine. But they would only get within a stroke of the leader. Woods and Mickelson would bogey the final hole. Mickelson finishes in 5th, and Woods finished tied for 6th. Kenny Perry, looking to be the oldest player to win a major championship in history, leading by 2 shots with 2 holes to go. Perry would bogey the final 2 holes, which would force a playoff. After Perry bogeyed on the second playoff hole, Angel Cabrera would capitalize with a par and go on to become the first Argentinian player to wear the green jacket. The Northridge baseball team won 1 of 3 games last weekend against the 5th-ranked team in the country, the Fullerton Titans. They took Game 1 5-4 in 15 innings. With the bases loaded, senior catcher John Parham hit a single to center field to drive in the game-winning run for the upset. In Game 2, Dominic Deanna hit a grand slam, the first of his collegiate career and the first at a Matador Field in nearly 7 years. But Northridge lost in a tight game 7-5 and would lose in a series finale in a rout 8-0. Longtime broadcaster Harry Callis died Monday at the age of 73. Callis was the voice of the Philadelphia Phillies since 1971. He was found passed out in the broadcasting booth before Monday's game against the Washington Nationals. Callis was also the voice for NFL film since 1975. In the 2008-2009 Stanley Cup playoffs begin this week. The top 8 teams from each conference will face off in a best-of-7 game series each round. The Boston Bruins are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and the San Jose Sharks are number 1 in the West. The Anaheim Ducks are number 8 in the Western Conference and will face off against the Sharks in round 1. The NBA playoffs are fast approaching and teams are battling for top spots. King James and the number 1 Cleveland Cavaliers pounded Boston Celtics last weekend. The Celtics are 5 games behind the Cavs. The final score was Cleveland 107, Boston 76. The number 1 seed LA Lakers are 10.5 games ahead of the number 2 Denver Nuggets. The Lakers beat the Memphis Grizzlies 92-75 at home last weekend. Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker James Harrison has signed a new multi-million-dollar contract. The contract is worth $51 million over the next 6 seasons. Harrison was the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year last season and helped lead the Steelers to their 6th Super Bowl win. Baseball season officially started last week and teams were ready to play. The Arizona Diamondbacks hosted the LA Dodgers for their first weekend series. The Dodgers lost Game 1 9-4, but won the next 2 games 11-2 and 3-1. The LA Angels hosted the Boston Red Sox, winning 2 of 3 games. The most action came when both teams decided to drop their gloves and charge the field after Sox pitcher Josh Beckett threw a pitch near Bobby Abreu. But the play of the weekend was this Pittsburgh Pirates triple play.
How about that? Jack Wilson came up with a brilliant double play.
The Pirates ended up losing the game to Cincinnati 2-0. That's it from sports. Now it's back to you, ladies.
Coming up next, more news and entertainment.
We'll also see what the oldest American Idol winner, Taylor Hicks, is up to.